Hello, welcome to the vlog. It's Beverley here, Beverley Cuddy, editor of Dogs Today, publisher of Dogs Monthly. Our big story this month is Lucy's Law. And it's not just this month, it's probably the biggest story we've ever covered. Now, all our regular readers and now our watchers know what Lucy's Law is, but I'm going to attempt in this video to explain to people who've never heard of it what it is, because people just don't. Who's Lucy? Right. Well, Lucy was a beautiful Cavalier King Charles Spaniel who was a breeding slave in puppy farms. So she was used to pump out litter after litter of Cavaliers and had never known the love of a human and had really had her whole life wrecked by having her puppies taken away as soon as, and then another litter, another litter, another litter. A lovely lady called Lisa rescued her, and bless her, this dog who'd never ever lived in a home before. That's Betty making that noise. You're going to hear a lot of Betty in these vlogs, I'm afraid. May see her occasionally. Yes, lovely Lisa took Lucy to every red carpet event you can think of that you're allowed to take a dog. And people started to realise that the dogs in these puppy farms are real. The ones that are the mums that you never see in the pet shops or online are capable of love and are real and are having a miserable, miserable existence. Now, Lucy's Law is in recognition of this dog, Lucy, and every other breeding slave that has never known the love of a human. Now, when we buy a dog online and we don't check the provenance, or when we buy a dog in a pet shop, you need to know where that puppy's come from. You also need to know that that retail trade probably has a 10% death rate. Now, it might be acceptable in fruit and vegetables to have a 10% failure rate, but should we be retailing dogs? Now, Dom is our cameraman. And
Hello.
Hello, Dom. Yes, yeah. So if I say anything that doesn't make any sense, Dom is gonna ask me a question. So please feel free to interrupt Dom if I go off track, because I want everyone to realise that Lucy's Law is relevant to them. If you love dogs, you need to get involved in this one. Right, so Lucy's Law is there to stop this retail trade. Now, for 27 years, Dogs Today has been campaigning to get rid of puppy farming. And it's actually really hard to do because they're licensed, it's a legal trade. People go and check that the buildings are correct. But it's actually intrinsically wrong to retail dogs. So how do you stop it? Well, the government at the moment are looking at revising the Animal Welfare Act. So even though we've got Brexit going on, this is our little window of opportunity, a chance to tweak things. And we think that what we need is not more strict licensing, not better ways of checking up on these people who are breeding dogs or smuggling them into the country. We need a ban.
Bev, how does that affect people who, I don't know, maybe their dog at home has had a litter? You know,
yeah.
What do they do? Are they allowed to sell dogs still under this?
Well, Lucy's Law is only about commercial. It's a ban on people commercially selling dogs. So Lucy's Law will hopefully stop the impulse purchase of dogs, because there'll be no more people who are just buying them in to sell them on awful internet sites and in pet shops. So it's elegant, it's simple. It seems to make sense. Most people who sort of sit down and think about it go, well, yeah, just make it illegal. Just make it so no one can profit from buying and selling a dog. So, Dom, do you understand Lucy's Law now? Do you think
it does seem to make sense? Pet shops are pretty miserable places if they've got animals in them.
Yes. Australia recently passed Oscar's Law in Victoria. The whole of California has banned puppies being sold in pet shops that have been farmed. So it can be done. So I think whilst we've all spent 27 years going, oh, well, we want this done, but it's never going to happen. This is our chance. This is our moment to make history. In my lifetime, this is the biggest animal welfare reform that we've been near. We've seen lots of rubbish. We've seen terrible animal legislation. We've got breed-specific legislation. We've got the totally meaningless compulsory microchipping without it actually being mandatory that anyone scans, and that it doesn't actually mean proof of ownership. You and I, dog lovers united, we need to go and have a word with our MP and say, ignore years of telling people how they can't do this. We now need to join together, cross-party, put our differences aside, no matter what, we all love dogs. And let's back Lucy's Law. And in our next vlog, we'll be saying how to get involved and how to get it done. I hope we will tell people about Lucy's Law and tell people to watch what's going on. There'll be lots of fun things. We won't all just be campaigning on vlogs. This is just the thing of the moment is, gosh, we really need to get on with it. 49 MPs have already backed it across all parties. Labour, in the last couple of days, suddenly had a bit of a spurt. Were very slow to sign up until we pointed out it was in their manifesto, which they hadn't realised. So now Labour have joined in. But Mr Gove, who is our local MP and is the Department of Environment head, has written me a letter, and he said that he's open-minded for revision. So that is the most encouragement we're going to get. So yes, get excited, get motivated, start talking to strangers on walks, get people motivated. Now is the time for you to become a doggy angel on social media, and you need to get out there campaigning for Lucy's Law, because it will make a world of difference to those puppy farm slaves, and it will stop people buying dogs that die. Over Christmas, we followed two puppies that had been bought on, well, one of them was bought on Gumtree, and it was dead by Boxing Day. Raven, a really gorgeous Labrador, and the owner said to me the fateful words, I knew when I saw the dog, it was obviously from a puppy farm, but then I looked into its eyes and I couldn't leave it there. That's it. Dogs turn our brains to mush. They are like heroin. We are useless at resisting. We need to stop dogs being put in the way of impulse purchase. Lucy's Law will do that. So please do tune in to our next instalment. It's very important that you tick the bell here and subscribe to this video channel. Otherwise, you're going to miss out. And tell your friends, if they love dogs, really, please tune in. Also, keep up with our Facebook pages and also websites, dogstodaymagazine.co.uk, dogsmonthly.co.uk, and PurrfectlyYappy.com. And comments, please tell us how we're doing. And if you want to see anything specific, do make some comments.